A critical night in the USL Championship concludes here in Sacramento with playoff positioning as well as entrance on the line. What a wonderful night it should be. Monterey Bay Union taking on the Sacramento Republic. I'm Rob McAllister, along with, as always, Adam Moffett. Adam, this is a Republic team trying to grasp onto that second position. Meanwhile, Monterey Bay likely need a win here tonight if they want to find themselves above the playoff line.
Two different stages of the season for these two teams. One trying to get as high as they can in the standings, one just trying to make the playoffs, and that should lead to an exciting game tonight here in Sacramento.
For these two teams, if you take a look at what happened last time they were out, Republic with a dominating performance, can they repeat that again?
It was a great clean sheet on the road. It took until the second half. The Republic had to be patient. They got a goal from Kieran Phillips, Christian Pirano, got his only goal of the season there. He gets the start tonight. Phillips has the start as well. They'd love to get another goal against this Monterey Bay side. But Monterey Bay want to get a little bit of revenge. Anytime you lose against one of your NorCal rivals, you want to exact a little revenge, and they need the 3 points tonight.
Let's take a look at our Western Conference standing, shall we? New Mexico up top, Sacramento and Las Vegas right there. You know, the lights will be watching to happen tonight because this could have an indication of what happens with that top four. It's all wild here in the Western Conference right now.
There's a lot of congestion for that second, third, fourth spot, and there's a lot of congestion where Monterey Bay are as well for getting into the playoffs. Those 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th spots are so tight. Each game is a massive encounter right now.
For Sacramento, they felt like they had one in the bag. They go up early against San Antonio. It didn't go their way. What went wrong, and how do they avenge that here?
Another solid first half of the Republic, but as we've seen lately on the road, just unable to finish it off. It's a tale of two halves. But back at home tonight, though, they haven't given up many goals, and they've been really efficient in front of the net.
Meanwhile, for Monterey Bay, hadn't scored in 6 games, really in the bottom of the draw. Well, they've bounced back. They finally get a goal. Moby Farah, sort of the hero in that one. They get a big win in Phoenix.
Wins give you confidence, and the way they scored those 2 goals, they don't care. A little big deflection, goalkeeper's mistake, but they held off in a tough place. Phoenix are a team at home who are really good, and they'll want to come to Sacramento tonight and get another big 3 points.
Well, as we know, you can't take any team lightly when it comes to the month of October. Tonight will be no different. Sacramento, a lot on the line. The Monterey Bay Union, also a lot on the line. It could mean the end of their season if they don't pick up 3 points tonight. Our starting 11 are coming up next here from Sacramento.
At Sky River Casino, join today and receive $15 in free play. Take your loyalty to new heights with rewards that add up and up. Sky's the limit at Sky River Casino. Join today at skyriver.com.
If we can bring new life into the world, why can't we bring new hope to those who need it most? If we can remove cancer, why can't we remove hunger? If we can rebuild bodies, why can't we rebuild entire communities? Better health takes more than healthcare. UC Davis Health. Believe in better.
Are you ready to join the charge and put down the pump? If you're ready for a clean start, contact SMUD first. We'll help you find ways to save, share the best options to charge at home or on the go, and answer any questions you have about owning an electric vehicle. For everything you need to know about buying, charging, saving, and low rates, start here. Contact SMUD first at smud.org/drive-electric.
And the Republic have had this crowd ignited early. And it's bedlam in the capital city.
At Sky River Casino, join today and receive $15 in free play. Take your loyalty to new heights with rewards that add up and up. Sky's the limit at Sky River Casino. Join today at skyriver.com.
If we can bring new life into the world, why can't we bring new hope to those who need it most? If we can remove cancer, Why can't we remove hunger? If we can rebuild bodies, why can't we rebuild entire communities? Better health takes more than healthcare. UC Davis Health. Believe in better.
Back here in Sacramento as the Republic taking on the Monterey Bay Union, a critical playoff implication game on the line here. Let's take a look at the starting 11 for Mark Briggs' side. Same look for what we saw in San Antonio a few nights ago.
Yeah, most of the same players getting a chance to rectify that. I know as a player myself, I love the quick turnaround. You get back out there defensively. They got to try and get another clean sheet here at home. And then what we really want to see is this Republic side getting some goals. One of the key components is that is a guy who's still trying to get his best form is Russell Cicerone. We know how dangerous he can be. If they can get him involved early, get him driving at people, he can commit defenders, he can find others who are free. Russell Cicerone, I think, is going to have a big night tonight.
Meanwhile, for the Union, they've been dealing with a lot of injuries, and up top, really scared. Going to turn to some younger faces here to try to pick up some of the scoring.
They got to. It's 2 games left in the season after this one for them, so 3 points is massive for this Monterey Bay FC side. And if they can get it here in Sacramento, that will really boost their chances of making the playoffs.
And they're going to rely on a veteran. Moby Ferry's been here quite a long time now, and he was critical in the win against Phoenix. Can he do it tonight?
He had great games he's had against the Republic, and he's pivotal for this Monterey Bay side. If they can get him the ball, he can create assists, he can defend, he can win the ball back, and really get those other players around him going. Again, another key component for them making a playoff run.
Well, we'll be scoreboard watching all night, and for the rest of the next couple of weeks here. Playoffs are just around the corner. Monterey Bay, Sacramento kickoff is coming up next.
Yeah, you make it look good. Don't let it watch yourself, huh? 'Cause you make it look good. Watch this.
The fans in Sacramento are unbelievable.
We have the best fans in the league.
We feel their love, we feel their energy.
They're always screaming.
Sacramento is just, it's another level.
At Sky River Casino. Catch all the action with rewards that add up and up. Experience new heights. With 18 restaurants, bars, and lounges, there's something for everyone. Enjoy over 80 table games, more than 2,100 slot machines, and our thrilling high-limit room. Savor the win. Sky's the limit at Sky River Casino. Join today at skyriver.com.
If we can bring new life into the world, why can't we bring new hope to those who need it most? If we can remove cancer, why can't we remove hunger? If we can rebuild bodies, why can't we rebuild entire communities? Better health takes more than healthcare. UC Davis Health. Believe in better.
How do you build a community that thrives? By staying active, by working and playing together, and by building strong bones and bodies with food that's simple, local, and fresh. Crystal Creamery has proudly supported Central Valley athletes and athletic programs since 2012, because when you nourish a community, the community thrives. Crystal Creamery, simple, local, fresh.
Hello!
Listen up.
Why do you do it?
You ignore the signs and the flashing lights.
Don't you see the work zone?
Seriously? Caltrans is working right there. Right next to your speeding car.
My mom is out there.
That's my dad's truck. That's my papa behind those cones.
So slow down.
Watch out for them. And be alert. How would you feel if that was your dad? Be alert. Be work zone alert.
Yeah, you make it look good. Don't let it watch yourself, huh? 'Cause you make it look good. Watch this.
The fans in Sacramento are unbelievable.
We have the best fans in the league.
We feel their love, we feel their energy.
They're always screaming. Sacramento is just, it's another level.
Monterey Bay, Sacramento, USL Championship on a Wednesday night here at Hard Health Park. Republic in the Old Glory red, and the Crispin Cup will get us going here from Northern California. Third time these two sides will meet here in 2024. The Republic have been victors of both 2-0 wins. Can they make it a trifecta here late in October as the postseason is upon us? Over the top it goes. Sacramento with another brilliant start on the road. Unfortunately, against San Antonio, they allowed 2 second-half goals. And tonight, they'll try to avoid a repeat performance for Monterey Bay. What's the key for them here in the first 10 minutes?
They won't want to give up a goal early. They managed to get a great victory last time they were on the road against Phoenix. And they know Sacramento's a little bit of a different animal here in Sacramento. So again, it's keeping the ball. If they can sneak a goal, they'd love to take a lead and try and defend it, but they just got to be wary of Republic hitting one early.
Monterey Bay, 33 points, 8 wins on the year, a negative 13 goal differential. Sacramento, 47 points, looking for win number 14 here tonight. Currently sitting tied with the Las Vegas Lights, second in the Western Conference. And 3 points tonight would put them at 50, and a bit of a stronghold in that second position. And from that right side, you'll see a lot from Jack Gurr. So far this season, he has been brilliant, 8 assists on the year. But both of these teams dealing with critical injuries in the stretch run here as Monterey Bay looking to really get out on those front studs and take this game to Sacramento early here. We'll have a throw. Our referee tonight is Trevor Weissman. Rob McAllister, Adam Moffitt with you. Just a few games left in the regular season. Let's take a look at our Delta Dental injury report, and let's begin with Monterey Bay. Alex Dixon, Grant Robinson, their leading scorer Tristan Traeger, Christian Valesky, who has recently come back to the club, all out. And for Sacramento, of course, Rodrigo Lopez, we've talked about the key injury to Roro and what that does mean to this team so far this year, but he won't be coming back. And an unfortunate ball over the line there from Jack Gurr. But Jonathan Ricketts trying to work his way back. Will we see Shane Wheat here at the end of the season? And Chibi Okebu out on international duty on the youth team. And so Sacramento also shorthanded here. Moby Fair, the hero from a couple of nights ago down in the desert. Donor sizes, waits for it. Now on the run, a bit of a shoulder-to-shoulder contact, and the whistle comes in, and both teams hoping for something there. And early on, Shawnee Yolati, the youngster previously of San Diego, has set himself up and his team in a good free kick position at him.
2 minutes into this one, lively start. Russell Cicerone just overcommits. And he a little clumsy more than anything, and he's not too happy about it, Russell Cicerone, but it's another set piece in a dangerous area for this Monterey Bay side. They'd love nothing more to come in here 3 minutes into the game and take a lead against the Northern California rivals.
Walmer Martinez serving this back post. Out comes Danny Vidiello, headed by Sacramento. Not cleared quite yet, as the youngster Alder Sanchez able to get a foot to it. You asked in the pregame, how would Monterey Bay come out? Would this be an aggressive team? Would they sit back? I don't think they have a lot of room to let this game sort of end in a draw. They've got to go out and attack if they want to find themselves in that 7th or 8th position, which is still very much alive.
The last thing you'd probably want for the Union is to sit back and then lose 1-0. Your season's on the line pretty much. They're not going to be eliminated if they don't win this game. But 3 points would be massive. There's other games around the league tonight that and play into it as well. But after this game, they've only got 2 games left. So for them, if they could get 3 points here against this Republic side, who've been a little up and down as of late, more confident at home, but they know there's some vulnerable areas for this Republic side.
Well, they let go a legend coach of Frank Yallop. It feel like a change was needed. Jordan Stewart comes in right out of San Jose Earthquakes Academy. And here's a guy trying to change things up a bit, but it's quite difficult toward the late of a season. They've got a little bit of a different twist to what they try to do, and we'll see whether or not that can end up a result. It did against Phoenix. Friday night, a 2-1 victory, breaking a spell of 6 games straight without a goal scored. And again, they've been dealing with some injuries up top in their attack. It's made it quite difficult defensively, Adam. They've been quite good. Carlos Herrera has come in 6 appearances. He's only allowed 4 goals. Their team is 2-1-2 when he is in the net. So this is a guy that they feel like they can lean on. And here's Shinalti, who is going to be offside. But defensively, they've held their own. So it just, can they find something in the attack has been the big question for the Union. Tonight's match brought to you by Sky River Casino. I want to thank all of our partners all season long here in Sacramento Republic and supporting the USL Championship. Here's Pirano. Back off the injury list. They're going to need him in the late stretch, trying to get Sebastian Herrera back as well. Has not played the last 2 games. They're hoping he'll be back for the final 3. Timmer going all the way. Timmer maybe crossing this one in. It will be a goal kick, and Sacramento fans don't like it from the sideline.
Great tracking back by the youngster Nalati, and it's the correct decision. He gets the challenge, just hits it off the right leg of Jared Timmer, who's like, well, you know what, I'll just keep going as far as I can go, and good piece of defending. Sacramento's going to press high from the goal kick. Monterey almost manages to work it up. Jared Timmer gets his body in the way, gets his team a free kick, goes early. I like that, a little sense of urgency.
Kieran Phillips trying to turn Kai Green, one of the better defenders in the USL Championship. Over the last 8 seasons or so, played with Rio Grande, San Antonio, Oakland, and transferred to Monterey Bay during the 2022 season, and has not missed many games since. Started all 37 contests in 2023 for this team. And you look at their 2 center backs, it's been a pretty good pairing so far. Again, we talked about, can they find goals? Meanwhile, for Sacramento, it doesn't look like tactically that's really an issue. Meanwhile, breaking an opportunity here. Bear with a long distance opportunity, and that will be a goal kick. But you see Sacramento tactically, everything looked great. You start off games, you're dominating 45, 60 minutes, and there's just these 10, 20-minute spells at them. So I ask you, what's going on?
Mentally, there's just something there. I've been in those situations where you can, as a team, you get in these little habits, and you want to break. You have to break those habits. Republic, towards the start of this season, at home, couldn't get results, couldn't get complete performances. They've managed to right that ship. There's enough time to right the road woes that we've seen as of late, where they start really, really strong, and then it's almost like, oh, we can't make a mistake, and you play really nervy. Again, I've been through a lot of these as a player, and I think the togetherness that we know this team has. There's plenty of time left. There's a few weeks left to right that, but hopefully you finish as high as possible. You don't have to go on the road.
Well, we found out last year Charleston Battery didn't have to, and they were the 3rd seed. So it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to win if you're in a 1 or 2 seed, as the USL Championship found last year. It was 3rd seed Battery versus 6th seed Phoenix Rising. And we see it in sports all the time. It seems soccer or baseball typically, you got to get hot at the right time. Other sports, it seems sort of the best team, maybe the more physical. That's been it. But for Mark Briggs' side, they just feel like, let's get that second. Let's get as many home games as we can, but let's just mentally be sharp, and let's find a cure to whatever is ailing us in just a few minutes each game. And that's, I guess, maybe the more frustrating part. It's not even like an overhaul. What do you do as a coach? Is you don't want to cause panic within the club.
Yeah, and what I can tell you is Russell Cicerone driving forward.
I know they want more of this. Cicerone going to poke it into the corner, just a bit too soft, and Donor is able to send it clear. But Aldair Sanchez, 3 goals on the year, very active.
Yeah, what I can tell you is, even though the results might not be on this team is confident. that in a single game they can beat anyone. Good work from Nick Ross on the left-hand side. Doesn't matter who they're playing against, doesn't matter if they're on the road, at home. This team has the belief that any other team in the league they can beat, and that's saying something. And a lot of these players made that run to the US Open Cup final a few years ago as well. So
what do we see on Sunday against New Mexico? The most dominant performance we saw all year. And I think you look at some of the games they've lost here, it's been against teams that may not make the postseason. That's been more the frustrating part. Meanwhile, can they rectify it here? Justin Portillo back in the lineup after serving a one-game suspension. Here's a chance for Connor Donovan, but Carlos Herrera out for it. And a good look for Sacramento early.
Confident piece of goalkeeping from Herrera, and Monterey Bay has gone all the way up the field, and it's a good moment of transition for them, getting bodies in the box.
Revelar crossing, Jack Gurr is there, bouncing, opportunity sent clear away. As Gonzalez was hoping to find an early goal, and the goalkeeper of the year stops yet another from getting behind, and it remains scoreless. 11 minutes gone by. Gonzalez going to Sac State, just around the corner here from Hart Health Park. He's back in Sacramento, hoping to make a statement. Why not? Feels good to be back where you played your college soccer.
Comfortable enough in the end for Danny Vitiello down to his left. You'd be surprised if that beat him, but Monterey Bay side, well, just remember that game against Phoenix. You put some shots on target, you might get a deflection, the goalkeeper might make a bit of a blunder. Sacramento just has to be a bit careful. They did a great job of getting bodies back, but everyone got back in the box, and then you forget about the man at the top of the box, and Gonzalez was the one, I believe, who had that strike. The wayside just being patient. They're not going to overcommit bodies. They're not going to just send anyone charging at the back line of Sacramento. They want to make sure that if Republic are going to score, they got to break us down. You see almost 5 at the back for them. Just a solid line of 5. Doesn't leave much space, and if you're a Republic, you got to just move the ball around and be patient. Hopefully pull someone out of position. It's going to go against Kieran Phillips, I believe.
Jack Gurr was angling toward the goal of Carlos Herrera. Kieran Phillips hoping to continue his magic against Monterey Bay. He has 2 goals against this team here in 2024. 1 in Open Cup and 1 on the West Coast. Or excuse me, on the coast anyway. We are on the West Coast overall. Don't forget, 811. Call before you dig any project here in Sacramento. Underground lines, whether that project's big or small, don't forget to call 811. Go back to that game against New Mexico for Sacramento on a Sunday afternoon. Cicerone, Sanchez, Phillips, and Luis Felipe all scoring in that game against the top team in the West, who they fell to just 10 days earlier on the road, 3-1. What did you see from Republic in that match that tells you this is a team that could potentially go all the way?
It was a complete game for Sacramento, and we saw a couple of those last year here at home against Louisville early in the season. 4 goals, clean sheets. We hadn't seen it all year. Every game's kind of been a little bit closer. You thought they'd maybe turn a little corner and then go to San Antonio, don't get the result they needed. But that aside, you really did make a big statement to the rest of the league. Just as I mentioned, that in any one game, this Republic side, if they show up like that, if they have that togetherness, we know they're capable of keeping clean sheets. But if they can put the ball in the back of the net like that, and anyone's got to worry about playing them in the playoffs.
Well, you look at Sacramento and just even the last 5 games as a sample, they've scored 9 goals. Fortunately, they've allowed 6, and I think there's sort of the difference is this is a team not too long ago where they get an early lead and you felt like, man, the game was probably over, and it's not been the case here, which has been a bit jarring, I know, for us to watch. but for fans as well. I know for the coaching staff, they're just trying to figure out, you know, what is happening there, because it's been so good. Here's Russell Cicerone, very good at going one-on-one, working with Sanchez. Sanchez going to cross his ball in, looking for Phillips. Here's Pirano! Oh, Sacramento has the first one. Pirano has his second goal against the Union this year, and why not? And the Republic take a big-time goal early, 15 minutes in. Feeling good on this Wednesday, Adam Moffett.
And it's a brilliant goal from the Republic. And we mentioned before the game, getting Russell Cicerone involved, getting driving at people, committing defenders. And it starts on that left-hand side. Alder Sanchez supporting his man, Russell Cicerone. Great ball in. Kieran Phillips will get the assist with a little flick on the header. Pirano, right place, right time. Second goal of the season, both against Monterey Bay. 1-0 Republic.
Phillips with his 4th assist on the year, and he just continues to punish this Union team. And for Pirano, he's only got 2 goals on the year, both coming against the Crisp and Kelp. So for Sacramento now, you can see a little bit of trust there from Russell Cicerone with Alder Sanchez, the youngster really building it. Great to see Pirano get on the board, and Republic now have a goal. And for Monterey Bay, I don't know if this changes anything. You were still going to attack the game probably how you're going to attack it. We've seen a little bit of a high press from them. We've seen a lot of this long diagonal balls. What would change here? Probably not a whole lot if you're the Monterey Bay Union.
No, they're still going to go. They know they've got to score goals. It's something they've struggled to do as of late. But lots of direct. They're going to keep bodies up there. And as this game progresses, if it stays 1-0, they're going to throw as much as they can. And for Sacramento, you got to make sure you stay solid defensively.
Bouncing around a bit of a danger zone. Back for Donor. Great team goal for Sacramento to open the game. Kieran Phillips.
Brilliant assist from Phillips, which he never meant. I'm sure he was trying to score a goal, but he was. The positive for Sacramento is they've got players in the box. You know, it's not one player misses the ball or Phillips gets a little bit of contact and there's no one behind them. Pirano, right place, right time. When we can get numbers in the box like that, good things will happen.
New Mexico, first goal, I should say. Luis Felipe, rocket one in the corner. Cicerone was right there, sort of just shrugged it in with his shoulder. Felipe gets the assist, but they don't always have to be pretty. They just have to go in. Well, join us for the Strive for 45 3K Fun Run and Walk on Saturday, October 26th. It's a partnership with UC Davis Health, family-friendly event. Promotes wellness and healthy habits. Lace up for a fun morning of fitness and community. Register today. And flag is up. Offside against this Union team, who is looking to go back-to-back after a big win against the Rising.
Looking around the league, New Mexico United, they're hosting Phoenix Rising tonight. The team from Arizona taking a 2-1 lead in the second half, and that could be a massive 3 points for them if they're able to hold on. And it doesn't seem like New Mexico is going to seal that first place tonight.
All new San Antonio up 2 goals now on El Paso. And San Antonio on the brink, now finding themselves in position to potentially climb into that final spot. Meanwhile, Portillo moving here. It's Russell Cicerone. Cicerone with a left foot. Another great buildup. You see a lot of decisiveness right now from Sacramento in that final third.
Yeah, a lot of intent. Jack Gurr wins the ball and straight away. Let's go forward. Let's exploit the space that's left by Monterey Bay on the turnover. Maybe want to see Justin Portillo have a little more conviction, take a shot from outside the box. He finds Russell, and his shot was just caught. Ball stuck under his left foot. It's another corner kick. The last one almost made its way to the head of Connor Donovan. I expect him to get near this one again.
Driven well. Phillips was there. Monterey Bay handles it. But Alder Sanchez will keep in possession for the Republic. Revelar and company moving forward, looking to go to his left. A nice strike into the goal it goes. Oh my goodness, it looked like it may have been off the mark, but Monterey Bay has just tied this game.
Yeah, and just like that, it's a careless giveaway from Russell Cicerone in the midfield. Just tries to go for that square pass, doesn't come off. Connor Donovan either slips or gets tripped. And the left foot shot from Javi Nalati just befuddled Danny Vitiello. He had no idea where the ball was, and next thing he knows, it's past him. And again, it's just a little bit careless in the midfield. You still think there's enough bodies back there for Sacramento. Connor Donovan slips, and what a hit from the youngster. That is a beauty. Just fading away from goal right in the top corner.
First goal with Monterey Bay this season, and it looked like it took a deflection from a Republic defender. May have been Jared Timmer to send that back in. Meanwhile, can Sacramento get right back at it? Kai Green, a little bit of trouble keeping this, but the Union have tied this game after going scoreless for a month and a half. They've now scored 3 goals, essentially. In the last 2 games, 1 an own goal, but nonetheless, they've gotten 3 with their name next to it. Here's Cicerone. Alex Lara able to clear it, and now the Union coming back. But the youngster out of San Diego really put on a show against this Monterey Bay side, came in as a substitute and scored back-to-back goals in stoppage time to have the Loyal take down this Union side. And Monterey Bay seemed to feel like they had something special when the Loyal folded, and they brought him to the Central Coast, and here tonight he's come up massive, which is essentially a win or the postseason dreams are shattered. And just like that, Adam, 23 minutes into this game, we are tied at 1.
And it was a big deflection that took, and that's why Danny Vitiello was kind of flat-footed, expecting it to go one side, it went the other. Cannot get complacent in this league. I mean, looking at Monterey Bay, they're down the bottom of the West. Any team can beat any team on any night. Just going to see a lot of those balls over the top. There is a slick night, and that's where Danny Vitiello, he's got to be alert. Coming off his line, a little sweeper keeper, doesn't mind doing that.
Goal, Niati, what do you think?
That's a goal. It
should be.
Yeah, it was. If it wasn't going on target, it was going very close to it. So definitely his goal. It's rattled this Republic side a little bit, who hadn't really had any chances, got their goal, and you fancy them at that point. 1-0, keep it solid, take care of the ball, maybe add a second. But that's the beauty of this game. You just never know what's going to happen.
Foul awarded to the Union's favor. We'll get ready for the final home match of the regular season, Saturday, October 26th, 7 o'clock. It's Fan Appreciation Night. We celebrate you, best fans in the USL Championship. Don't miss the action and special surprises we have here in store. Secure your tickets now at the Republic website. 1-1, Monterey Bay, Sacramento. USL Championship on a Wednesday night. Final stretch before the postseason begins. And Pirano taking one to the shoulders. Carlos Guzman comes in contact fairly quickly with Pirano. That one we'll sing tomorrow. And Pirano played 45 minutes against San Antonio and starting to work his minutes back up. We'll see how long number 10 goes tonight for the Republic. Here's Kieran Phillips. They'd like to get him a little bit more involved here, Adam.
Yeah, Sacramento's moving the ball around. A lot of the time what you got to be able to do when you're playing against a team who's going to sit back and stay compact is this. You've got to get someone, Russell Cicerone, Christian Pirano. Referee thought about it, did eventually give a foul to Sacramento, but that's, you have to find those guys to feet and get them facing forward, facing the goal, committing people. That will pull people out of position. Just passing it around, there's not enough space.
Pierce Galloway with the foul, and now it's Judson Portillo and the crowd stomping their feet here at Hardell Park. A sensational night after quite a heat wave throughout California. Into the low 80s, and we are in for a perfect evening in Northern California. Here's Portillo, back post, charging to Sacramento. Little toe touch. Oh, it's just wide. A great opportunity. Jared Timmer almost with the go-ahead goal in the 26.
And it was Jared Timmer who put the ball back across the dangerous area, and it's just inches away from Russell Cicerone. Jack Gurr coming at the back post as well. It looked a little bit dangerous on these set pieces tonight, Sacramento. They'd love to get some goals. Probably an area of their game that for the last few years just really hasn't been a big asset to them. It's probably, if anything, been a little bit of a deficit. We saw it early in the season, giving up set pieces. They've rectified that a little bit heading here.
Well, and someone like Rodrigo Lopez, who's probably one of the best free kick takers in the USL Championship, out for the season. They've had to look for some other options, but I think what you're alluding to is more getting on the end of it, the headers, the opportunities for Sacramento to be a threat in different ways, not in the open field here. And this is a chance here now for Sacramento to continue to hold possession. I feel like this might be the game plan a little bit. Monterey Bay trying to stretch it out, so where the gaps goes, he said he almost dropped back to a back five.
They do drop to a back five again. That's where Russell Cicerone, Christian Pirano get the ball on the half turn. That means as they receive the ball, they're in the pockets of space. Pirano's going to drift inside to look for it. They got to try and be facing forward. That's a clumsy challenge coming from Galloway, I believe it was. And straight away, Sacramento getting the ball.
Alex Lara. Lee Desmond sending to bowl it inside. A little toe tap. Here's Pirano again. And just couldn't get his knee over it in time, but a good look for again. So you see very active Phillips and some trust building among that top three.
Lee Desmond taking the space that was given to him. Dangerous ball in. And it's a tough one for Christian Pirano. It's tough to keep that ball down.
Desmond again, a bit of pressure. Aldair Sanchez may send this back to Danny Vidiello, and does.
Job well done if you're Pierce Galloway there, just forcing Christian Pirano back the way. You overcommit with Christian Pirano. He's so elusive. Drops the shoulder, a feint, and he's past you. Jack Gurr's going to try and get him behind here.
Battling with Guzman, just holding, and this will go in favor of Sacramento.
Which it shouldn't have been. I think we saw from here, it looked like it came off Jack Gurr, but you'll take it.
Cicerone always looking to kind of hold and turn, see if he can get an edge on a defender. This time it's the defense who is able to win it. Now a poke ball forward. Connor Donovan tripping and falling may have been the result of a foul on Monterey Bay. And Michael Gonzalez, Fresno native, nearly with the opening goal, but it's Shani Nalate who's able to level things in the 21st minute for the Union after a Pirano goal in the 18th. Desmond again in the attack, moving forward, out to the left it goes. Here's a good cross for Sacramento. Pirano with an opportunity, out comes a chance, and it's Herrera just along the 6. The Republic continue to threat here, Adam.
A dangerous ball from that left-hand side. I think if you're Carlos Guzman, if you get beat in the air by Christian Pirano, I don't think the coaches would be too happy about that, and Pirano challenges.
Out to Walmer Martinez. 3 assists this year, had 2 a year ago, but both against Las Vegas. And he has been playing a bit forward, as well as many of the injuries to this Union team have led the coaching staff to make quite a few adjustments. Meanwhile, Sacramento trying to see if they can really work this left side tonight. Typically, we've seen a lot more from the right side against most clubs, but tonight they have found maybe a combination with Alder Sanchez. They might find some success. The first one started with Cicerone to Sanchez, and a mistake here, and a quick, easy get back to the Monterey Bay Union. "30 minutes in for both teams. What do you like?"
I think Monterey Bay will be the happier of the sides being down a goal and finding a way to get back quickly into it. And Sacramento's had a couple of dangerous balls into the box, but not troubled too much. I think for the Republic, they just got to be careful. It's those long passes that have been played by the Union. It's one slip, one close offside call, and they could be through. They've been pretty direct, Monterey Bay, when they have the ball. I think for Sacramento, again, if you can get Russell Cicerone, Christian Pirano, they've looked dangerous when they've been driving forward with it.
It's the Union team trying to build on the foundation of the last couple of years. They have yet to make a postseason. 12th place in 22, 11th in 23, and they're going to likely need to win 2 of the next 3. And had a little bit of luck as well. They want to find themselves in that final 8. Portillo and company working nicely there. That's a bit of a hustle effort after giving the ball away quickly. Galloway battling with Pirano. Pirano able to put him on his back end here, and Pirano sees Kai Green come all the way up that back line. A lot of shifting from this Union team. Here's a ball play forward. Here's a chance for Phillips. It's broken up by the veteran Kai Green. It had second goal written all over it for Sacramento, and the crafty veteran comes up in a massive way to send it away.
He did really well, that Kai Green, but that happens because he was pulled out of position, which frees a little bit of space in behind, and Sacramento almost getting it. Great last ditch piece of defending from Kai Green.
Another turnover for Sacramento. And it's sort of what's plagued the Republic a bit of lately, is just a few of the mental errors, and they've led to big opportunities for the opponent. Good crowd here on a Wednesday night in October. And this home team wants to see their Republic team hold on to that second position in the Western Conference. The Lights, however, would love to see a defeat here. It would give them a chance to stay level with Sacramento. But Memphis and Colorado Springs also in the hunt. I mean, you have 5 teams there that are really vying for a top 4 position. And here's Connor Donovan moving all the way up. He's going to continue his run, and the foul against Kai Green.
Drive by Connor Donovan. Don't see him do that too often. Sacramento opts to take the free kick early.
Opportunity for Sacramento, sliding, follow-up by Ross. And Aldair Sanchez can't get a turn on it, but Sacramento again, and we have a Republic player injured near the goal box.
That's Kieran Phillips. He was the one that almost got on the end of that. And I don't know if he knew too much about it. Almost bundled into the back of the net, but that's not good. He's holding outside of that left foot. And it was a wicked delivery by Jack Gurr. Runner across the front was Russell Cicerone. He couldn't get to it. And just as he landed, his foot was stood on Kieran Phillips. And those can really hurt. I mean, your foot's stuck on the ground and you go twist on it.
If it's a higher ankle sprain, it's never better, and that's not good for a Sacramento team who's trying to get Sebastian Herrera back. They do have Trevor Hammond on the bench, but here's your leading goal scorer with 11 on the year, and now his 4th assist in this game. And he is being tended to by the medical staff, and we'll see whether or not he can continue or not. Meanwhile, Republic are going to get some subs off the bench just in case. But another really good opportunity for Sacramento. They quickly go. They've been very decisive here tonight. And in the attack, once again, they've just been a threat from multiple places on the pitch here, Adam, and that's going to be a good sign if you're this Republic coaching staff.
It is. It's not a good sign if Kieran Phillips isn't able to continue in this game. But they've been getting people in the box, and that's what maybe been lacking for phases of this season. Now we've seen the attack, a little bit of consistency with who's on the field. There was another great run by Kieran Phillips. He just couldn't do enough to get the ball to trouble Carlos Herrera, and he looks like he's able to continue, which is a good sign. That will not feel good tomorrow.
Yeah, sometimes you just lace those up and your adrenaline can keep you going, but you know it goes into halftime. We'll see.
Yeah, just don't take your boot off is typically what we would do. Just keep it on there.
Meanwhile, El Paso has gotten one back. It's 2-1 against San Antonio, and it's 2-1 still Phoenix and New Mexico. Orange County has scored as they lead Colorado Springs 1-0. Tulsa losing earlier tonight, hurting their chances as Kieran Phillips jogs back on the pitch. Meanwhile, getting stuck underneath another Monterey Bay player is Cicerone, and a free kick coming. A lot of whistles, no yellows yet, but you got to probably sense there's going to be a warning here at some point.
Yeah, there hasn't been anything too malicious, but clumsy. You'd probably put most of the fouls down. There's been a lot of them. Kind of stop-start, disrupting the rhythm of the game. But if you're Sacramento, you've had a lot of set pieces in dangerous area. They've looked a little bit dangerous on a couple of them. And this might be a crack on goal from Russell Cicerone. And if you can get this to maybe skip that ground before it hits the goalkeeper, you've got to make sure you get someone following in for a rebound.
Cicerone blasting Cicerone into the arms of Herrera, as this is another chance for Sacramento, but coming away is Monterey Bay. Clean. 1-1 it remains. Sacramento striking first, Pirano, and then Yolate with the second.
And that free kick, that's what Cicerone was trying to do. He was trying to skip it off the ground. Makes it so much harder for the goalkeeper rather than collecting one that comes straight at him in the air. It wasn't too far away.
That's tip aside, and hear from our sponsor at SMUD.
Considering an electric vehicle? Start with SMUD. For everything you need to know about buying, charging, saving, and low rates, start here. Contact SMUD first at smud.org/drive-electric.
Donor is able to get back on side. Comes to fair. Leading goal scorer on the field for Monterey Bay tonight with 4. Guzman. Centers. Cicerone might sprint forward. Didn't see the defender Lara there, and Lara comes up with a big time block. Stood his ground, able to win it back. Union have just found ways tonight to find possession when it seems like Sacramento might be taking it the other direction. It's a Union team that also lost Luther Archimed, who had been a big-time sub for Sacramento the last couple of seasons. Lost him early. Chase Boone's gone. Jesse Maldonado. I mean, this is a side that didn't have an extremely deep team already, and then you lose some key pieces. Then as of late, Dixon, Robinson, Traeger out. No Christian Valesky again tonight. But the San Diego native coming up big.
Traeger was smoking to start the season as well. So having him and his 8 goals missing is a big loss.
Hold up play, Jack Gurr, nicely done. Drag to the ground, and they're going to go to the pocket here. I think that's probably been one too many for Carlos Guzman. And Guzman, will he see a booking? Not yet. From Tresor Weissman. Maybe not.
He thought about it, the referee. He's like, you know what, if I can go a whole half without giving one, I don't know if you get a bonus or anything for that, but that's a lot of hands on Jack Gurr. Yet again, we've seen Justin Portillo over this set piece. And Jack Gurr is just a little pocket of space. The defenders are noticing it.
Portillo's service. Headed down, still a chance for Sacramento. Connor Donovan battling with Lara, keeps it in play, trying to poke it. Was Lee Desmond, but now on the run, here comes the Monterey Bay Union. And Timbers trying to slow this attack. And this is going to skirt all the way past the Union bench, but what a great breakout from the visitors.
When you see defenders, midfielders kind of getting their head up and saying, I'm getting nothing on. And you just need, if you're a striker, recycle those runs, and that's a good one on the left-hand side by Kieran Phillips.
Breaking the line. Here's a wide open opportunity. Cross coming in, looking for Jack Gurr. And Pirano will chase. Very good on one-on-one situations. Gets to his right. Galloway staying right with him. Jared Timmer almost had an early goal in this game. Probably doing a nice job being patient, though. Can a little toe poke away. Carlos Guzman showing his worth on this back line so far for Monterey Bay tonight. Pirano's got a little bit of space. Triple team coming. He's trying to weave his way and find a relief. It's Portillo. Cicerone comes to it, turning, creating contact, finding Gurr on the run. Gurr! The cross is just sent clear by Walmer Martinez.
Good play by Sacramento, just finding that space in behind. Good run by Jack Gurr. And Martinez does enough defensively just to block that ball from getting into the danger zone. And Justin Portillo, another set piece. Sacramento might maybe think mixing it up a little bit here.
Another Atlas disposal corner for Sacramento. It's Justin Portillo. Low driven ball. It'll skirt all the way across the other side. Lara and Donovan. It'll be Donovan turning. Lara clears, and another corner kick for Sacramento.
Well done, Connor Donovan. Just showing a little trickery on the left wing. We saw him drive forward through the middle. This time on the left, and good recovery by Alex Lara. The last set piece was a little too much. No one come around the back. This one, you see Christian Pirano's coming short. What that does is it takes 2 players outside the box from Monterey Bay.
Donovan, just a one-handed slap by Herrera. pushes it enough off the mark that Donovan can't get to it. But the crowd was feeling that that was the opportunity, but they'll get another try here.
He got up real high there, Connor Donovan, almost cracked his head off the posts. Herrera does enough to get a touch on it. Could this be the moment right before halftime? Sacramento Republic retake the lead.
Back post, it was Timmer. Just sent away, and the crowd feeling again that this was another missed chance. 3 minutes of stoppage time in the first half of play here from Sacramento.
And those are the moments that goal scorers, out-and-out goal scorers, score so many goals off set pieces, stuff like that. Just been at the back post. You've got to tap in, right? I don't know whose role that is, but someone should be just coming in at the back post for anything that's flicked on or coming that way, and you're up 2-1.
Donovan got a piece to it, but Monterey Bay in the right place, and here's Martinez. He's going to play it left. Out comes Timmer with a nice tackle, but Rebelar staying on his feet. Rebelar low cross, back for Gonzalez. Gonzalez out of the 18. Martinez, another cross. This one takes a soft deflection, but Nick Ross is going to push forward. Nicely done by Ross here. Gurr over the top, Cicerone with a run. Kai Green waiting for it. Green and Cicerone battling. And Green again coming up big for the Union.
I'll tell you what a touch that was from Russell Cicerone coming over his shoulder. I know in American football they say like catching a ball over your shoulder, but I'll tell you what, touching that with your weak foot with his left. Unfortunately for him, he just couldn't get that second touch out of his feet, but that was a thing of beauty. That's, you got to appreciate that. I appreciate those little moments right there.
And in full sprint.
And in full sprint,
Yeah.
Ball's coming over your shoulder. It's his less dominant foot.
Timmer's going to switch the field. This will hang. Elk Grove Charter School, where they believe nobody succeeds alone. They're accepting applications. Do not hesitate. That's Elk Grove Charter School. Direct ball over the top, maybe a bit too heavy, and it is, and running it out. It will be the Union and a goal kick here, and maybe the final few seconds of the first half. Have to feel pretty good after giving up a goal, and they've seen chances go for Sacramento, but the equalizer, and what a goal it was by the youngster. Pirano whistled, and that was Sacramento on a break. Fans disagree, and that might be it here for the first half of action, as Guzman is going to take his time. And that will be it for the first half of play for Sacramento. They saw a very aggressive Union team out the first kick, but they were able to get the initial goal. Pirano from Kieran Phillips, his second goal of the season, both coming against Monterey Bay. And then Shani Nialati, the Southern California kid, coming up with the equalizer in the 21st minute, and we are level here in Sacramento. A critical Wednesday night in the USL Championship, playoff implications on the line. Cicerone and company, they're getting ready for another 45. Big one for both teams. Don't go away. Modelo halftime show is coming up.
Is it somebody's birthday? Dad, come watch us hit this ugly piñata. Dad!
When Hornets show up, so do we. Terminix it.
flavors, the same traditions. Be the guest of honor. Add more flavor to your parties. El Jimador, spiked bebidas.
We love each other and we love this city and we love this club. It's everything.
I just make sure that my voice is good to go because I probably only got a half to use it.
We used to tell people in the supporter section, go hard or don't be here, right?
Lots of chanting, lots of loudness.
It's electric. It's loud, it's exciting.
195 days they waited. This was a glorious victory at home.
When mosquitoes show up, so do we. Terminix it.
Yeah, trick. I said what I said. I'd rather be famous instead.
If we can bring new life into the world, why can't we bring new hope to those who need it most? If we can remove cancer, why can't we remove hunger? If we can rebuild bodies, why can't we rebuild entire communities? Better health takes more than healthcare. UC Davis Health. Believe in better.
Are you ready to join the charge and put down the pump? If you're ready for a clean start, contact SMUD first. We'll help you find ways to save, share the best options to charge at home or on the go, and answer any questions you have about owning an electric vehicle. For everything you need to know about buying, charging, saving, and low rates, start here. Contact SMUD first at smud.org/drive-electric.
Welcome back to the Modelo halftime show from Sacramento. The Tower Bridge Battalion, the fans here. Oh, exciting 45 minutes to say the least. They love to see the first goal. The second, not as much, as you can probably imagine, as the Union fighting for their post position. Well, they need a little bit to happen, but you know what, Adam, things are happening around the USL Championship in the final couple of weeks here. Let's take a look. Let's go to Southern California, shall we? Orange County in a very critical match. They have likely probably going to need some wins too. Colorado Springs would like to get some wins to see if they can get to second, but OC, they've been a different club as of late.
They have, and at home, dangerous ball put in, and unfortunate for Williams, just comes off him, not expecting it. We saw Jared Timmer get an own goal last week, and that's really, really unfortunate. But it's halftime there. Colorado Springs are fighting with the Republic for that second spot. Third, fourth, who knows where everyone's going to land. There's a lot of action.
And so Colorado Springs, you know, they are currently in that fourth position, right behind Sacramento. This is a live look. So if the Republic were to end with a draw, they'd end with 48. If they would win, they would have 50, which would be a really good result. Meanwhile, it just went final. El Paso and San Antonio level at 2 when it all said and done. Silver and black, they were up 2-0 in the second half. They allowed 2 late, and it might have just sealed their fate. They don't need to win out, but it sure wouldn't hurt, Evan.
Yeah, too many numbers for me right here. This is
Yes.
confusing me. I already helped my kid with his homework earlier, so this is way too much for me.
But you can see it, Rising County, San Antonio, Monterey Bay, even FC Tulsa after the loss night, not going to suit them well, but yeah, it's hard to breathe. It is. It's going to be a very nerve-wracking rest of the way. More of the halftime show coming up here from Sacramento. We'll have more around the league. These kids are in a full-out sprint, and we are too, to the postseason. Big one here on Wednesday night in the USL Championship.
At Sky River Casino, join today and receive $15 in free play. Take your loyalty to new heights with rewards that add up and up. Sky's the limit at Sky River Casino. Join today at skyriver.com.
At Raising Cane's, we focus on being the best at one thing and getting it right every time. Which is why every chicken finger meal we serve is marinated, hand-battered, cooked to order, and made just for you. Quality isn't complicated, and our menu is proof.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
Skip the line and order with our app or online.
If we can bring new life into the world, why can't we bring new hope to those who need it most? If we can remove cancer, why can't we remove hunger? If we can rebuild bodies, why can't we rebuild entire communities? Better health takes more than healthcare. UC Davis Health. Believe in better.
Our mouths are one of the first places a doctor looks during a checkup, and for good reason. It can tell them things about our health, serious things, things that could keep us from reaching the next milestone. For over 65 years, Delta Dental has offered high-quality, affordable dental plans that strive to meet the needs of everyone. Today, we are the largest network of oral healthcare providers in the nation. Delta Dental, putting your health first, yesterday, today, and tomorrow.
And the Republic have had this crowd ignited early. And it's bedlam in the capital city.
Yeah, you make it look good. Don't let it watch yourself, huh? 'Cause you make it look good. Watch this.
At Sky River Casino, join today and receive $15 in free play. Take your loyalty to new heights with rewards that add up and up. Sky's the limit at Sky River Casino. Join today at skyriver.com.
At Raising Cane's, we focus on being the best at one thing and getting it right every time. Which is why every chicken finger meal we serve is marinated, hand-battered, cooked to order, and made just for you. Quality isn't complicated, and our menu is proof.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
Skip the line and order with our app or online.
Return to Heart Health Park here in Modelo at the break. Rob McAllister, Adam Moffat with you in a 1-1 draw between the Republic and the Union from Monterey Bay. Let's go around the league, shall we? And what a season it has been for a couple of these Eastern Conference teams. And you had a sense that Charleston was going to reload. They were going to have some change. But I don't know if anyone expected this. Obviously, Nick Marcanic has come on to be potentially the MVP of the league. But Lewis City, they really have taken quite the Eastern Conference by storm. 69 points, best, and they're probably good to win the Player Shield, which looks like they have secured that in the first time ever. It's really hard to believe for how many Eastern Conference titles they have.
Yes, I was very surprised when I saw that, but they have a way of, come crunch time, they're always there or thereabouts. Even last season they didn't look too great, kind of started into the playoffs, but they made it to the Eastern Conference final. Yeah, they know how to get it done. Maybe this year they'll finish first and won't get to the Eastern Conference final. Who knows?
And then Vegas, they have clinched a spot. They are right in lockstep with Sacramento. We'll see how this all could shake out, but it looks like for right now, if this game into the way would be, they would both be in the books with 31 games. Sacramento would be a point ahead. And you think about this, for Sacramento currently would take on Orange County. If the Republic get the win tonight, they will have the 4th best record in the USL Championship.
Which, by the way, you can host a final being 4th place. You really can. You just don't know what's going to happen with the rest of the games. Again, you've got to make sure you win your games to take care of business. But that's a good stat when you're looking at the big picture. Like, oh, could we
look
host?
At Pittsburgh last year. I mean, they felt like they had it. They were going to sort of coast. They lose in the very first round to Indy, or was it Detroit? Excuse me. And so, Birmingham is not going to be an easy game if that's who Louisville City ends up facing. So, a lot to discuss here. We still have 3 more weeks. We have a lot of turmoil yet to uncover. It's 1-1 here. We'll have your highlights and stats, and then how about we get the second half going on?
Yeah, let's get going.
The fans in Sacramento are unbelievable.
We have the best fans in the league. We feel their love, we feel their energy. They're always screaming.
Sacramento is just, it's another level.
Listen up. Why do you do it? You ignore the signs and the flashing lights.
Don't you see the work zone?
Seriously? Caltrans is working right there. Right next to your speeding car. My mom is out there. That's my dad's truck. That's my papa behind those cones.
So slow down.
Watch out for them. And be alert. How would you feel if that was your dad? Be alert. Be work zone alert.
If we can bring new life into the world, why can't we bring new hope to those who need it most? If we can remove cancer, why can't we remove hunger? If we can rebuild bodies, why can't we rebuild entire communities? Better health takes more than healthcare. UC Davis Health. Believe in better.
This year, the presidential general election is November 5th, 2024. All voters will receive a ballot in the mail and have several options to return their ballot conveniently, including a postage-paid envelope. Voters can also vote in person at any vote center and have access to their ballot in an accessible format, as well as receiving assistance in multiple languages. Be sure to vote early and avoid the lines. Learn more at elections.saccounty.gov or call toll-free 800-762-8019.
Are you ready to join the charge and put down the pump? If you're ready for a clean start, contact SMUD first. We'll help you find ways to save, share the best options to charge at home or on the go, and answer any questions you have about owning an electric vehicle. For everything you need to know about buying, charging, saving, and low rates, start here. Contact SMUD first at smud.org/drive-electric.
The fans in Sacramento are unbelievable.
We have the best fans in the league. We feel their love, we feel their energy. They're always screaming.
Sacramento is just, it's another level.
Tonight's Republic broadcast is brought to you in part by Sky River Casino, UC Davis Health, and Western Health Advantage. Back in the booth, Rob McAllister, Adam Moffett with you. Highlights. Aggressive out of the gate from Union. We felt like we might see that, but Sacramento was able to use that pressure to their advantage. Great combination. All started with Russell Cicerone.
Drive-in, commit defenders, and a wonderful delivery by Alder Sanchez. And you've three players in the box there. Kieran Phillips will flick on it. Pirano puts the ball in the back of the net, but unfortunately for Sacramento, it didn't last too long. Cicerone gives away a ball a bit easily. Connor Donovan slips, takes the deflection off Timmer, I believe it might. I'm not too sure who took it up at flat foot. Danny Vitiello wrong-footed him and went in the back of the net. And 1-1, we find ourselves here in Sacramento.
Xavi Gianalti, his first goal with the Union here in 2024, 1-1. And second half is underway from Sacramento. No changes for either side. So we'll see. With a short week, busy 8 days for both of these teams. And Sacramento will travel to Memphis. As Nick Ross, is he onside? Flag stays down. Ross into the 18. Here's to Phillips. Phillips denied. Oh, Sanchez was just on the doorstep. And before it could get to the mat, it's cleared away by Maury Donor, and it stays 1-1.
Great run by Nick Ross. And Jack Gurr, wonderful ball with his left to find him. Cuts it back to Kieran Phillips. Good save by Herrera. And we saw Alder get a rebound, finish off a rebound. Last time he was out here, and he just couldn't get there before Donor.
First Atlas disposal corner kick of the second half. Republic threatened late in the first. 3 in a row almost led to a goal. Will this be the one? Cicerone up top. Following is Sanchez. And just enough from Monterey Bay to send that into the north stands.
From the goal kick, you'll get a little look at Sacramento, how they set up. And you see Kieran Phillips right at the edge of the box. It's going to be the first to pressure. And I don't think they're going to mess around with it, Monterey. They'll find a way to send that ball up high and hopefully win the seconds.
Nicely done by Connor Donovan there. Cicerone on the left side over the top. Pirano running along the touchline, slipping through. And Sacramento may have this, and it's Cicerone battling with Donor. Cicerone down to his feet, no whistle, as Trevor Weissman tells both players to get on up. The Republic remain in possession. One thing you know you're going to get from number 11 for Sacramento is an all-out effort, continually moving toward goal.
Russell, the hustle, Cicerone, and it's good to see him back. A bright start. He'll be disappointed about that goal. Turning the ball over, that's never feels great, but here he goes.
Cicerone turning, takes a deflection, popped up, and it's sent away, wanting nothing to do with that as a threat, as Donor sends it clear. Cicerone 5 goals on the year, had 19 in all competitions in 2023, out more than 2 months here in 2024 because of a foot injury. They're glad to have him back, but what a back and forth it's been for those attacking position for Mark Briggs, unable to keep really this core unit healthy. Pirano's finally back. Here's Portillo to deliver again, back post, Donovan. Second chance, and this one won't get back in play. And it will be another goal kick for Monterey Bay Union.
And it takes a lot. I know a lot of people might see Russell Cicerone back on the field and, well, where's all those goals he scored last year? When you come back, when you have surgery, he wasn't just injured, he had surgery out a few months. It takes a long time. I remember tearing my ACL. I was out for a whole year. It took me another year to get back to the form I was in, so it's not as easy as just being back out there, you're training. It takes a lot to build up the strength, the confidence, you know, get in for challenges, and I am certain he's going to get back to what we saw from last year.
Back heel from Phillips. This one's through. This will be an easy offside call on Michael Gonzalez. Well, this October, join Republic and UC Davis Health supporting a great cause with our Indomitable Breast Health Awareness shirt. Proceeds benefit the Placer Breast Cancer Foundation. Shop.sacrepublicfc.com. See a couple people wearing them tonight, and you'll see the lines painted pink as well to support.
They are. I thought my eyes were. I was getting old, but oh, that's where the other pink.
Both things can be true at the same time. Portillo takes one to the mouth, and unfortunately, Moby Fair and company will continue to move forward. No whistle. Gonzalez now on this right wing. He's got runners, and Timmer is there, but right back to the midfield to Pierce Galloway. Galloway did not have to travel far. He grew up in Carmel, played for Monterey Bay's 2 team in Salinas, the U23 squad, and he has sort of worked his way up. A key role in that U23 team, and now he's in the starting 11 playing a central role for Jordan Stewart's side.
Stretch. Sacramento, you see defenders, no midfielders, and a couple forwards up the other end of the field, and that's going to be a free kick.
A lot of contact in these first 50 minutes, but no yellows yet shown.
Mostly have been in this. This is the zone where the referee's whistle has been at work the most, and
I will say I appreciate it. I think it's been called fine. Just
consistently.
Consistent.
Yeah, that's what I'd like to see, consistency.
I'm just more surprised for how many times you've heard the whistle. It'll be Martinez. He has 3 assists on the year. And he'll loft this one forward, and it's going to take a little bit of a tricky bounce, but easy enough for Vidiello. Can he get this team on the run? And Lee Desmond is on the turf, and he is slow to get up, but Sacramento might continue this either way. Gurr, been a bit quiet tonight on that right side. Trying to slice through now is Pirano finding Gurr. Gurr takes a heavy touch. Green is there, and it's going to be a goal kick. Great run by Jack Gurr.
Yeah, it was. It was him and Pirano linked up well, and good piece of defending by Kai Green. I think it was just a little bit too much separation between Green and Gurr. When Jack took that touch to get by him, he probably could have settled it a little bit more. He had enough time. And Kai Green's a tough guy to get around.
Direct ball here. It's mostly what we've seen from Monterey Bay tonight, over the top, and Donor, it would have been offside, so a slow walk backwards.
Maury Donor was just looking at the official saying, should I even go for this or not? Just tell me. Nothing worse than just chasing that down as soon as you touch it. It's, well, flags up. Republic in these kind of areas, again, you've got to move the ball quickly. They're looking to move the ball side to side, shift this Monterey based back line.
Phillips with a touch, and Monterey Bay trying to force it back in their direction, but it is last touched by the Crispin Kelp, and it will be another Atlas disposal corner kick for the Sacramento Republic.
Yeah, and well done, referee, just spotting it. Kai Green just got a tiny little touch with his left foot as that ball's leaving the field. It's a lot of set pieces, lots of corner kicks, lots of free kicks for Sacramento.
8th corner kick on the night. Back post again. Connor Donovan is going to have to try to track it down. Got to give the big guys a chance here. And they've probably got some size on the Union in terms of height, so maybe Sacramento can get one in that 6. Might find an opportunity to get a goal. Played forward to Gonzalez. Hovers around the circle, Revelar. Ginalti is there. Ginalti is heading toward goal. Ginalti looking for a brace, and a big-time tackle coming from Jack Gurr, who may have just saved a second goal against the Republic tonight. Is once again, Ginalti was on his way to earning himself a brace and a 2-1 lead for Monterey Bay.
And he had to get it right, Jack Gurr, and he did get it right. That right leg. It was a great timed run by the youngster. He was definitely onside as that ball was played. And last-ditch challenge from the Englishman. And he's feeling it a little bit. Jack Gurr, that's not great. He had to put everything into that. He was fully extending. And if you don't get that right, you're sent off. The other team has a penalty kick. And you're in a big, big hole.
Gurr, 2,500 minutes so far in this USL Championship campaign. Outswinging ball here, Kieran Phillips to it. And now Pirano and the Republic, can they turn this to their advantage? And here is Nick Ross. Phillips now charging down the spine. Ciceronian support.
That might be Jack Gurr's night's done. I think he pulled his hamstring on that last one. He tried to, on the break, he tried to make a run up that left-hand side. And when you try and sprint over that 10, 15 yards, that's when those hamstrings really, really get activated. And any little tear, any little thing he might have just felt on that previous challenge, that's when it can just really cause some damage. And you get a look at him, he starts going as fast as he can and realizes, nope. is not worth it. And this is coming from someone who had lots of hamstring issues throughout my career.
And it's not a good sign, especially with Sacramento back at it in Tennessee on Saturday against Memphis. And so this is the main reason why Harvey Neville was brought onto this club. He is playoff eligible, and the 22-year-old out of Manchester will now come to this game and try to play a vital role. We've seen some real quality from number 18. Yeah, but he's going to be asked to fill some pretty big shoes here. Once again, what a defensive effort, a goal-saving effort by Jack Gurr.
Yeah, he put everything into that challenge and probably felt a little bit of something on that. And that's not a great sign. I mean, his night's going to be done here. I can guarantee you that. And hopefully he's not going to miss too much time.
He's walking on his own, but as you know, it can be tricky, and I don't know if that means even a whole lot.
It doesn't. You can walk. You can walk with a torn hamstring, but for him it doesn't look too bad. So hopefully it's nothing too serious, and he won't miss too much time, Jack Gurr, if any.
Well, a couple substitutions now for Mark Briggs. So Harvey Neville will enter the match. Was brought on from the Timbers too of the MLS Next Pro in early September. And Harvey's a guy who's come in and created instant chances for Sacramento.
This is his strongest position, Harvey Neville, as well. He's been moved around a little bit, left, centrally a little bit on the right. Now he's going to have some extended time. You've got over 30 minutes left in this one.
And Dami Villader is going to come in for Alder Sanchez. A lot of miles on these wingers over the last couple of weeks, and there's still a stretch run to go here. But Villader, who's also dealt with some injuries this year, is trying to see if he can create some late season magic for the Republic. We've seen him in some big time games. Also another good player, good 1v1. So seeing him on the field with Pirano could be an advantage, but you just hope Jack Gurr's injury is nothing that's going to keep him out for extended time. Here's Neville's first touch. Meanwhile, it's still 1-1. Pirano in the 15th and then the 21st from Yalati, and it is a 1-1 match. Timmer on the floor, keeps it. Neville, little back heel. It's Martinez, though, to clean it up, and now playing it forward to Revelar. And another foot race. Sacramento's going to get back. Donor, meanwhile, on the back post, trying to make a run. Sacramento able to get in front. Connor Donovan, not out of the woods yet. The Crispin Kelp found a little bit of possession in the air, sort of coming out of the place after the crowd a bit worried about Jack Gurr and the substitution that was just made after a lot of momentum building for the home side. Portillo. Look at this again from Cicerone. He showed a lot of skill tonight. Pirano. Another good look for Pirano moving forward, but unable to continue that attack. And a call going in favor of Sacramento, and Monterey Bay a bit upset about that call. Well, the Indomitable Club has officially clinched the 10th postseason berth. They have a chance to host a quarterfinal, but Sacramento now on the attack. We'll get back to it. Dami Villader, his cross is sent away. Maury Donors had a couple of big moments so far in this game and has another one there.
Can someone come up with something big time here, right at the hour mark?
Just crowd's been thirsty for a set-piece goal. Will this be the moment? Ball driven low this time, bouncing around the 6. It was Lee Desmond. And Kieran Phillips right back at it. Here comes back post, and it's Herrera. Into the air it comes. And he'll try to spring a teammate forward, and it's Maury Donor from all the way on the other side here to give this Monterey Bay team a little bit of possession in the attack, and they slow it up.
Donor's found himself on that left wing. I'm not sure if they've shifted things or he's just, you know what, just I'm gonna stay up here. And I look over a guy who's had a great run with the club and a lot of appearances, lots of assists over the year for a defensive player. And,
played
every time.
34 matches last year, every single minute.
Yeah, every single minute. He's been a leader each season for them and gives everything. Every time, and he slowly makes his way back over his normal position. Getting a little excited on the left wing there, but gives it his all every time he's out there. And he'd love nothing more than this club to make the playoffs.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what substitutions are being made. Monterey Bay has yet to make a change. Sacramento has made 2. One dealing with an injury maybe to Jack Gurr. And Dami Villader came in for Aldair Sanchez. And now more movement from both benches. Cicerone back to Villader. Villader is tripped up by Rebelar.
And one thing Mark Briggs spoke about on our weekly call with him, we get the fortune, sometimes we get to speak to him twice a week if there's a midweek game. Don't know if he loves all the questions we ask, but that's why he's fantastic. It's great to work with him and obviously get as much insight for these broadcasts as possible. But one thing he really wants to see is the substitutes when they come into a game is to have a big impact. He feels like just as of late, especially in those road games, the substitutes, instead of maybe providing that boost that they should be, is maybe a little bit of a hindrance. And if you're a sub on that bench tonight, you know your job's to come in and scores 1-1. And you step off that field, it shouldn't be 1-1 anymore.
Turnover, not what Mark Briggs is looking for. Rebelar now cutting back, and unfortunately for Monterey Bay, they can't make much out of it. But that's exactly what, I mean, we look at, you know, what Luther Archman was able to do last year. In the previous year, he would come in and just add a different look, his pace. And while, was he perfect? No, but he added a little bit of a spark, and I think that's what was attractive to the Union, thinking maybe if we give him starter minutes, he might be able to do even a little more. And Justin Portillo a little bit late to get to it, and now it allows the Union to move forward. Dangerous attack here. Gonzalez is going to go for goal, and a big-time stop from Danny Vitiello just saved his midfielder.
Republic's still not looking too convincing. You just feel like one mistake, one low giveaway, and Monterey Bay could pounce, take the lead in this one. And go back to Luther Archman. What was so great about him when he came into the game and is if he came in for 10 minutes, he gave you 90 minutes of work in 10 minutes. He came in and he gave absolutely everything he had. Unfortunately for him, when he got the start, he maybe wasn't as effective and had to kind of grow into that role and accept that role. It's not what you really want to be doing. You want to be playing as much as possible, but you just knew defenders like, oh, this guy's coming into the game, he's going to be doing this. And that's what you should be. If you're Trevor Ammon coming into this game right now, they should be thinking, oh, I don't want to go against this guy.
Look to play to Neville. And the next opportunity, Trevor Ammon and Luis Felipe will come in for Sacramento. And Kieran Phillips, bit of pressure here. Dami Villader's got it at his feet, trying to find a teammate. It's Pirano, and it's poked free. Again, Guzman and Donor have come up in massive moments for this Union team to deny Republic a goal-scoring opportunity. And now they'll play it forward and continue this attack. Rebelar, Cicerone will come back through the center of the spine. It's the Union. Unfortunately, they cannot convert.
Ball took a big bounce there.
And Portillo's foul.
Xavi Nalai was going to play it. It just bobbled up on him. A great attack by Monterey Bay. Start on the left-hand side, Walmer Martinez. Sac Republic going to be making some changes right here. Christian Perano, then to his night, he got the goal. And he was the right place, right time, and he took it well, right through the legs of the goalkeeper from the flick. 2 goals on the year, both against Monterey Bay FC. Kieran Phillips, the man who got the assist on that goal. The lancing header also makes way. Trevor Amon comes in. Luis Felipe comes into the game as well. Another guy who can have a big impact.
Nick Ross will move up into the top 3 per se. And so you have Ross, Amon, Cicerone, Villader, Felipe, Portillo, Neville, Timmer, Donovan, and Desmond for Sacramento. Same starting 11 for this Union team, as they are tied at 1 with Sacramento. Desmond has got a lot of room to operate. He's waiting for a teammate. It's going to be Adair. On the ground it goes, and it was waiting for Trevor Ammon on the back post. Another great combination from Sacramento, but a better defensive effort. Again, it's Carlos Guzman. Guzman and Donor have been all over tonight.
They have been, but you got to get to the front post. Trevor Ammon standing still behind 2 people. He's got to make a run at the front post. You get a goal. There's no one there. No defenders at the front post. And that's just a frustration. It's like, what a wonderful ball by Dami Villader.
Ball back in. Herrera can't handle it. Sacramento, Ammon was there, couldn't get a foot to it. And the Union are streaking along this side, and a challenge, and that will be the game's first booking. Nick Ross probably know their option there. Did not want to see that attack through.
Yep, no. It's the right decision, yeah. Just slow down the play, Nick Ross. You're not going to get sent off for that, but the ball by Justin Portillo, goalkeeper, and Trevor Ammon just unable to get to good defending.
I think Cicerone may have got a foot to it.
But on that previous play, it's something is time and time again, you got to get runners to the front post. The goal in the first half comes from Kieran Phillips, run at the front post, glancing header. If you're a striker, you got to make those runs. And this is a guy who's, you know, Trevor's got 9 league goals in the season. He knows how to score goals.
Monterey Bay will send it all the way back. This ball's played forward. Rebellar. Donovan trying to pin him in the corner. And Monterey Bay's got it back. Union to the left side, looking and searching and pulling back. A little bit more patience from the Union here in the second half. Donor. Martinez. Bit of trouble with Felipe closing in, able to escape. Martinez is now on the run. Martinez trying to send something in. Dami Villader is able to poke it free, and 2 players coming shoulder to shoulder, and Cicerone and Lara. And this will be in favor of Sacramento. And here comes the first substitutions for the Union tonight. So Jerry Ione, and so both goal scorers in this game are out, as Niolati is replaced. And once again, what an opportunity it was, and a maybe goal of the night. Sacramento unable to clear. And a whistle as Moby Fair to the ground. So Rebellar is out, Ione is in. Oradine is in the forward position out of the University of Pacific in Stockton, just down the road, and he is coming to this game late, hoping to make an impact as well, as it remains 1-1. Both goals coming in the first half of play. And Fair remains on the turf.
I don't know if Monterey Bay believe he's hurt. No one's really, no one's sending anyone on, so I don't think they thought he was really hurt. Not much in it, to be honest. I mean, Moby Fair's not making any friends in the stadium, and he's kind of showboating a little bit. You do that, you will probably receive something you don't like, and he's back on his feet. He wasn't really hurt. A little showboating, just passing the ball away from Trevor Ammon, and again, you do that, people will not like it. Opposing players, I never liked it when people did that to me. I mean, I was nice enough that I wouldn't exact any revenge, but it looks like he'll be able to continue in the game, Moby Fair.
So after all that, we'll reset here. 72nd minute. And Monterey Bay send this deep into the corner. Neville and Martinez. Martinez, a little bit of a bump and able to get this. A little cutting now. Ione just outside the 18. Cross coming. Dangerous opportunity now. The follow-up. Galloway. Big swing and miss, but right to the Union. Inside the 18. Circling. Someone's got to make a play, and it's Nick Ross who does. Just tense moments here at Hard Health Park right now. Both teams feeling like they can snatch a goal in these moments.
I'm not too sure where this one's going to end. Nick Ross did really well defensively on that. Again, just the composure as well. He's not going to just put the ball up the field. He's going to keep it for his team. Reorganize, see if they can now go on the attack themselves. And you like how adventurously Desmond's been on this left-hand side tonight as well. If he's had space, he's willing to exploit it. And what's done a lot of the time is pulling out defender, Maury Donner. It's freeing up that left-sided player. Dami Villader's in now. Alder Sanchez was in earlier.
Felipe, quick touch to Ammon. A little pressure here from Monterey Bay. Trevor's got some room here. Villader, the Spaniard. Sacramento trying to break a line. Desmond, can he get to the... He does. Villader, this ball's going to stay low, but it will come out of play, and it will be a throw for the Sacramento Republic. Quickly in. Desmond. Public being patient here. Neville wants to break on that right side, just a bit lazy from the midfield. Over the top, Neville trying to get there, unable to do so. And again, this is a Martinez Guzman, who's had a really nice defensive effort tonight. And Martinez has been the one really getting up in the attack early. Something to keep an eye on.
Yeah, Martinez has looked lively the second half as well. It's when he's getting on that ball, just committing people. Really nice left foot. See the pressure here by Trevor Ammon. Again, trying to force him in a corner. Let them kick it long, and then the hope is you're able to win it.
Comes to Vidiello, pressure, Union. Vidiello's gonna have to work himself back into that box pretty soon here. This is a little bit dangerous for Sacramento. Nobody inside, and it's gonna hit off of Dami Villader, but they foul, and the Republic may have been bailed out a bit there.
I know everyone in the stadium was thinking abort, abort, abort. Connor Donovan, good composure. But yeah, anytime the goalkeeper is in those positions, you see a wide open net, you're like, oh, this doesn't go where we want it to go. Giving up a goal, but no risk, no reward, huh?
Sure.
And you get 15 minutes left in this one. Sacramento needed to show a little bit more urgency. They had a good passage of play there for 4 or 5 minutes. But move the ball, Connor Donovan. has it at his feet. Can he move it to one side? A little bit more lively up top. Trevor Ammon's coming into this game.
This ball's
just behind him.
Take a moment too just to thank all the communication teams who work so hard each and every week to get game notes out, rosters dialed in, and really special shout out to Monterey Bay and of course our club as well for doing it right. We do appreciate it as broadcasters, and it's a real big service to your team. Can't tell you how many weeks it's not the case, so we do appreciate and applaud you and thank you for your hard work behind the scenes, because I know you're not thanked enough.
Yes, yeah, for sure.
So Pierce Galloway is going to be taken off the pitch here. Miguel Guerrero will come into the game.
Good night, Pierce Galloway, middle of the park. I'm not sure if he's limping, but might have a little injury himself.
So Guerrero, Gutierrez, and Ion into the game as substitutes. Sava's tuition, 7th through 12th grade public charter school. Choose a career pathways, patient health care, and a whole bunch more. SavaCharterSchool.org. Timmer heading it forward. Cicerone. Here's Trevor Ammon. Crowd screaming him to go. It finds Cicerone. Back heel, Nick Ross. Nick Ross! A career year for number 19. And capped off. Will that be the game winner? The Republic have taken back the lead.
Better late than never. And Nick Ross, cool as you like, just dispatches that past Carlos Herrera. And Republic at home regain the lead in what is a crucial home game for them to get more home games. And a lot of credit has to go to Trevor Ammon. Russell Cicerone were the one who gets the assist, but Trevor Ammon, just awareness, holds it up, gets turned. Beautiful pass into the run of Russell, a little flick. And Nick Ross, cool as you like, left foot. Felt like he wasn't going to get a goal this season. Now he's 4, I believe, on the year, and that was very well taken. And Republic back in the lead. They get 12 minutes. What they cannot do is get any complacency. Got to get it out of the way. Go close it out.
Cicerone, his second assist on the year to go with his 5 goals. 4 goals, 6 assists in the USL Championship for Nick Ross this year. Cicerone's not done yet. Harvey Neville in a foot race. Guzman made a bit of contact there. It was off of Harvey Neville, and again, Carlos Guzman is able to make a play. Crowd feeling back into a little bit. Great build-up, composure, and that's the type of energy Sacramento missed for 2 months with Russell Cicerone out of the 18.
Well done, Trevor Ammon again coming in, having an impact, having a hand in the goal. He won't get any credit for an assist or a goal, but played a crucial role in that one.
Had some really great team moments tonight, Adam, where the buildup has been there, and credit to Monterey Bay. They've also made some big stops, whether the goalkeeper or the back line, in a time or two. This time it's the Republic who come away, and they retake the lead one more time. They scored the first. It was Pirano from Phillips. Then Yolati was able to tie it up in the 21st, and we remained deadlocked till the 78th, where it's Nick Ross in his 4th on the year, and the crowd erupting at Heart Health Park. A little dangerous there, and it's interesting because that man, Luis Felipe, who had 7 goals a season ago, really called on to do more of that from the midfield. Nick Ross a bit more advanced with Justin Portillo coming on to the club, and so different role for Nick, but he's been able to come when attack is needed, but fall back when he's been needed in the midfield to make a key stop.
Yeah, and they're different players. I mean, Luis Felipe, the late runs into the box, scoring. What Nick Ross is really good at, he's such a smart player. He's not the fastest guy in the field. I don't think he'll mind me saying that. He's got that Scottish speed that I had, but very, very clever. He knows when to time his runs.
Good timing here. Neville battling with Kai Green, who's able to step in front, but a nice run from Trevor Ammon that time as well. But Green is from that center back position, but a guy who's come up timely tonight for Monterey Bay. Felipe stepping back. Felipe, again, Republic. No need to force.
If you're Monterey Bay, losing 2-1, losing 3-1, I don't think it really matters at this point, but they've got to try and find a way to get the ball and get forward. They are not, their season is not done with this result, but it's very, very close. They have 2 games left. I think the only option for them, I think Orange County maybe holds the tiebreaker over them, is that's the first tiebreaker in the USL, is they have to win the next 2 games. Phoenix Rising won tonight. And Monterey Bay hold the head-to-head over them, and we'll get another look at this goal. Well done, Trevor Ammon, head up.
You're right, great
flick by Cicerone.
Great team goal. All 3 deserve credit in that one. When you said, can substitutes make a difference? And I think right there was the answer. Trevor Ammon did exactly that.
He did, and it was a really cool finish by Nick Ross again on his less dominant foot. Sometimes you get in those situations and you have a little bit too much time in your hands. You kind of snatch at it, but he didn't do it. He knew what he wanted to do. Just calm and composed, pass it past the goalkeeper.
Final 2 changes for the Union coming. Moby Fair is coming out of the match. And Anthony Oradine into the match. And Max Glasser in for Michael Gonzalez. So Martinez, Ion, Gutierrez, Glasser, Guerrero, Oradine, Donor, Lara Green, and Guzman, and another Union player on the turf. For Sacramento, Cicerone, Ammon, Ross, Neville, Portillo, Felipe, Villader, Desmond, Donovan, and Timmer. And a little pressure from Sacramento, not going to let up. The mentality that Mark Briggs has asked for is to remain strong, remain aggressive. We saw that in the first part of this match and wants to see this one through. They've been very good at home as of late. And trying to win their 5th game here at Heart Health Park in a row. And it's interesting, the flip that occurred. A little tough here at home early on. First 10 on the road, unbeaten. On the road as of late, hasn't been good. Well, I shouldn't say hasn't been. It's only been not good for a few moments, but has allowed them not to pick up points. And so, interesting just how the season has sort of seesawed in a way. This game not out of it yet for Monterey Bay. There is still plenty of time, and here comes the press. The subs trying to add a little bit of energy. Lara over the back of Ammon. Sacramento. Ross in the 78th, Pirano the first 15 minutes, and then 21st though for Monterey Bay was Nialti, and Nialti is out of the match, as is Pirano, and that one's sent out of play. Sacramento on the road to Memphis and then take on El Paso down in New Mexico, and will finish off the season against Colorado Springs here at Heart Health Park on the last weekend of October. This one's right to the Union. Unfortunately for the Union, they can't keep it at their feet. Villader now trying to step over. He had Ammon on a run, just couldn't find an angle, and Trevor was offside. Colorado Springs still down a goal to Orange County, who scored essentially on their own goal off Mario Williams. They lead 1-0 as Orange County trying to hold on to that few title spots there. Tied with Phoenix should this end the way it goes, both at 39 points, and would add a little separation from San Antonio, who has 35 after a late comeback by El Paso to go 2-2. And as you see, we think El Paso should be an easy win for Sacramento, but not the way they're playing. They've been able to grind out some results.
They have. They've only lost maybe 2 of their last 10 games, El Paso. And there's no easy games in the USL Championship. Good pressure by Luis Felipe. There is no easy games anymore, which you love to see. There used to be.
Sometimes it was fun, but yes.
Yeah, if you need your confidence, there were certain teams you play against. You're like, all right, let's get it back here. But with New Mexico's inability to get a result tonight, Sacramento can hold on. They could still finish first in the West if they can hold out tonight.
Republic were able to hold on and win. This ball's a good serve ball, though. Danny Vidiello into the pocket. Republic would be down 7 points through 31 games apiece, and so a little bit of work to do, but nonetheless,
there's a chance.
Well, and it'd be interesting because does it go down to goal differential first? Because if that's the case, Sacramento would then leapfrog to 1. If it's the matchup goal differential, well, Sacramento would win because they won 4-0 and lost 3-1. If it's in conference play, so we should probably have looked this up before we had this conversation. But.
Oh, I did. Head-to-head with your team, whoever you're playing against first. So Sacramento holds the tiebreaker over New Mexico United.
Because of the goal differential.
Because the goal differential.
Dami Villadares is feeling a little bit of pressure from behind, and now he's trying to dribble out of it. Pressure coming, though, and look at the space coming.
I think just getting the 3 points tonight for the Republic should be on their mind.
And don't worry about the next few weeks. Make this game about as boring as you can possibly make it for the next couple of minutes. Good effort, though, from the Union. I mean, again, this is a team who's missing 4 key attacking players, and this is cut off by Ione. And Russell Cicerone, never one to go him down from a battle. He'll earn a yellow card, and he's got to be careful. They don't want it to be more than that. And we'll make a substitution, and this will be the final for the Republic. And it will be Blake Willie. Russell Cicerone, will he have the game-winning assist? Well, we'll find out in a couple of minutes, but he's going to come off to an applause from the home crowd here. 5 goals, 2 assists on the year. An injury-filled year, to say, with a couple of months away from the club. But Blake Willie, to me, a standout substitution against San Antonio. He brought a lot of energy, quality, and I think he's being rewarded here tonight. Some critical moments. The youngster getting some minutes.
He is. That's trust, building trust with the coach, building trust with the teammates.
Ball sent in. Felipe, nicely done. Nick Rost, probably not where he wanted to go, but Justin Portillo's able to knock it down and keep it away. Wow.
A lot more composed on that finish than that clearance.
Donor on the right side. He's been dangerous tonight. He's going to be forced into his left. Martinez. And here comes Blake Willie. That energy we've talking about. Make it difficult for the Union now. Harvey Neville. Big challenge. Dangerous set piece now for the Union. They're going to have 4 minutes to try to tie this game. Mentally, this is where the Republic are being tested here. And Adam, this is going to be a critical moment in this match.
Yeah, and if I'm Monterey Bay, I'm probably, I'd put my goalkeeper up there again. What have you got to lose at this point? They've got Monterey Bay, Union. Monterey Bay have 6 players outside the box right now. Sacramento have 11 players in the box. They have 2 over the free kick. They have 3 outside the box. I mean, it looks like they don't want to score.
Ball driven well, back post nearly snuck through. What a take from the Monterey Bay Union, and just sails clear about a foot or two away from a game-tying goal there. And what a look just off the mark for Diego Gutierrez.
Maybe if they had more people in the box, someone would have headed that in at the back post. That troubled Danny Vitiello for just a second. But that's confusing to me.
A few more minutes in this one, 4 minutes of stoppage time. Sacramento is going to try to kill this game off. Just sending it up the pitch. Trevor Ammon giving it a good run. Lara there. Herrera is able to get to it. And Willie causing fits. You love to see a substitute make an impact. And the youngster, Willie, earned more time potentially on Saturday against Memphis.
You just see in his body language that it's like, you know what, I'm going to make the most. I don't care. Look at him go.
You know, these are critical moves, too, because it's one of those times where it disrupts what the Union are trying to do. Don't make it easy for them. And I love it because you're not afraid to make a mistake.
No, you're going to make them as a young player. You just look at him again going, forcing them back the way. Brilliant.
Willie out of Sacramento, of the Academy for Sacramento. Uh-oh, dangerous here. Little give and go. Dory's, this is the ball sent through, and it's tied in the final minutes. Maury Donor. In the 93rd minute, the Union have come back to level it one more time.
And that has silenced this crowd. Maury Donor from nowhere, right through the hands, the legs of Danny Vitiello, and Sacramento give up a big 2 points in this one.
That'll seal it. New Mexico will take the top seed essentially in the West, and there is a yellow against the Union, but it'll separate the two teams by 9 points.
That's still on. It's
technically on, yes. Yep. So Republic would have to win every match, and the United would have to lose.
And this one might not be done.
Might not be done yet.
Some more late drama here in Sacramento on a Wednesday night.
This might be the final play, or close to it. Portillo. And just a ball that's going to give Monterey Bay Union a chance to win this game. And what an opportunity there for the Union, as Neville had to come charging back, but now Sacramento the other way. Villader. Trevor Ammon out wide. He's going to send a cross in, and it's sent away, and it will give Republic a corner kick. You've got to convert here. You've got to get a good ball in the box, though, Adam. Wouldn't this be something? Sacramento give up a goal in stoppage time to allow the Union to tie it. Now an opportunity to win it one more time. Could be the final play of the evening.
11th time's a charm.
Ball driven, well headed through, it hits off the bar. An unbelievable break for the Union, and Sacramento nearly put the game back on their 3 points.
My goodness.
And that'll do it. The whistle comes in, the Union fight to earn a point. And Sacramento and their players and fans are absolutely shocked here. How that did not find a way. How the late game heroics by Union, it's all a mystery, but Sacramento will be able to get up, at least salvage a point, and they'll hold on to the second position for now.
Wow. I think he saved that. The goalkeeper, I think Herrera gets a little touch, and then defensively, I'm not sure if it's Connor Donovan who blocks it or the defender on him. Lara was maybe so close to him. That looked like Republic were going to do it, and they didn't get it done.
Here's our Western Health Advantage man of the match, Nick Ross, the second Republic goal of the night. And unfortunately, it was not the game-winning goal, but what an effort. Republic, again, I mean, the story of where these points have been dropped is just a little bit of lack of concentration or mistakes that have been made. And all credit to Maury Donor, MVP of the night for Monterey Bay Union. He gets the game-tying goal, his first on the season. And a brilliant one on this Wednesday night in the USL Championship. It ends 2-2. The third matchup between these two sides. The Republic win 2 of the 3, but the Union are feeling pretty good about ruining this night for Sacramento.
At Sky River Casino, experience the height of hospitality. With 18 restaurants and bars, there's something for everyone. It's taste on a whole new level. Sky's the limit at Sky River Casino. Join today at skyriver.com.
We embody passion, grit, and curiosity.
Pushing boundaries and challenging norms.
We challenge each other intellectually
and practice kindness,
leaving a lasting impact wherever we go.
We do hard things the right way.
Soaring high and inspiring others to do the same.
It's a mindset and a lifestyle.
It's the way of the Hornet.
If we can bring new life into the world, why can't we bring new hope to those who need it most? If we can remove cancer, why can't we remove hunger? If we can rebuild bodies, why can't we rebuild entire communities? Better health takes more than healthcare. UC Davis Health. Believe in better.
At Raising Cane's, we focus on being the best at one thing and getting it right every time. Which is why every chicken finger meal we serve is marinated, hand-battered, cooked to order, and made just for you. Quality isn't complicated, and our menu is proof.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
Skip the line and order with our app or online.
The fans in Sacramento are unbelievable.
We have the best fans in the league. We feel their love, we feel their energy.
They're always screaming.
Sacramento is just, it's another level.
At Sky River Casino, experience the height of hospitality. With 18 restaurants and bars, there's something for everyone. It's taste on a whole new level. Sky's the limit at Sky River Casino. Join today at skyriver.com.
We embody passion, grit, and curiosity.
Pushing boundaries and challenging norms.
We challenge each other intellectually
and practice kindness,
leaving a lasting impact wherever we go.
We do hard things the right way.
Soaring high and inspiring others to do the same.
It's a mindset and a lifestyle.
It's the way of the Hornet.
USL Championship broadcast is brought to you by Modelo. And by Sky River Casino, 2,100 slots, 80 table games, and much more in the UC Davis Health program. Well, final here, 2-2. And what a gut punch to Sacramento. Again, probably the best starting team in the USL Championship at this point in time, and it's just they're finding all kinds of different ways to get goals early in the games.
Yeah, 2 really good team goals tonight. Few players involved in each of them. This one, final touch applied by Christian Pirano. Kieran Phillips will flick on from Alder Sanchez's cross. Really, really well worked goal, but the lead didn't last too long.
Mualti with an absolute brilliant take here, just going for it, and may have been a deflection off of Nick Ross's foot. It's really hard to tell either way. Stunned everybody. 1-1, go to the half. Took a while. Republic had a lot of chances. Set pieces really quite there. And yet another great team goal. Trevor Ammon, the continuing run of Russell Cicerone. And the whole thing worked to perfection. Nick Ross putting it away. And you felt like 3 points. It was just a matter of a few more minutes to close this game out. Was heading that direction. Then, hello, here comes Monterey Bay.
Yep, 93rd minute. This place just sank and just wide open at the back post. Maury Donner, and he smashes it right through the legs of Danny Vitiello. And what happened on that, the initial play is Danny Vitiello gets sucked into the inside, and you thought it was over.
And then almost, it was Trevor Ammon with this header here, a hand on it, and it hits the inside post. And Connor Donovan also got a little bit to it, it looks like. I don't know. It was all kinds of something, and it is unfortunately nothing for Sacramento. A 2-2 draw. Instead of 50 points, they dropped to 48. But Eminasano final stats. I mean, Sacramento had the chances. You just felt like this was their game to win. And all credit to the Union, fighting for their season. It may still not be enough, but yeah, this is not going to be easy ride. I mean, you looked at the remaining schedule, you felt like, well, Sacramento had a really good chance here to still push for #1. But here are the standings as we end the night. And I'll tell you what, there's upcoming schedule first, sorry. Western Health Advantage at Memphis, 5 o'clock kick. Adam and I will have that on Fox 40. And then at El Paso, never easy to play there, and they've been solid of late. And then Colorado Springs, how big will that game be, Adam Moffett?
Yeah, it could be a big one, and especially the way things have gone tonight. Colorado Springs lost their game. Republic could have created a little bit more separation. They didn't take advantage of it at home, so that game, I think, is going to be a big time in terms of where these teams land in the West.
Well, the West is just, it seems like anytime there's an opportunity to grab it in the West, it doesn't really happen. I mean, that's kind of been the story of the entire conference. So New Mexico has a 9-point advantage over Sacramento. Las Vegas right there. So Republic do have second place. They control their own destiny still at this point. So no matter what these other teams do, Sacramento can still land a #2 spot. Well, exciting one. Rivalry matchup. You expect nothing less here between Monterey Bay and Sacramento. We got to show everything you paid for here tonight. The beat of the drum going Sacramento ways early, but didn't finish that way. 2-2. The Union with a valiant effort at the end. I want to thank our entire crew here in Sacramento. For Adam Moffett, I'm Rob McAllister. We'll see you from Memphis, Tennessee on Saturday night.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.